across the Illawarra, South Coast and Southern Highlands. This is Win News.
Tonight, a collector card dealer ambushed during a valuable Pokemon trade-off. A beach town's flooding woes draining homeowners' patience. And online election snipers put on notice. Good evening, I'm Jared Constable. Also tonight, crowds of early voters casting vital ballots with the country's most marginal seat leading the way. A man is on the run after a late-night card trade went wrong. Police say two men met up last month for a sale of rare Pokemon cards before one of them was assaulted and one of the collectibles stolen. Crime reporter Ella Smith joins us now. Ella, what do we know about the stolen card?
Jared, it's an original from the Pokemon base set produced in 1999 with a going price of over $8,000. It looks like this card on screen, the Charizard character, typically the most valuable card from the early sets. Now, the seller had arranged to meet with a potential buyer at a car park in Warilla just before 11 at night on Friday, March 28. The deal quickly turned south, the supposed buyer assaulting the 38-year-old and fleeing with the card. 1 month on and no arrests have been made. Police now appealing for the public's help by releasing this image. It's hard to make out, but the car pictured is a red 2023 Ford Mustang with grey stripes. A strike force has now been formed by detectives. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Jared.
Thanks, Ella. A second consecutive long weekend of double demerits has wrapped up with more than 9,000 traffic infringements issued. There were less people caught speeding and drink driving over the Anzac Day long weekend than Easter, but tragically 7 people died over those 3 days in New South Wales. 2 of those deaths were in the southern region, which also recorded over 1,500 infringements. One driver in Nowra was caught going 120 in a 50 zone, whose female passenger had an AVO against him. Motorists are reminded to practice safe driving, even with the end of double demerits. Final preparations are in place to close a major thoroughfare connecting the Highlands to the South Coast. Jamboree Mountain will be closed to traffic next Wednesday for repairs to be carried out on 20 metres of road damaged by a landslide above the Abbey. It'll be shut between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m, Monday to Saturday, for 5 weeks, but one lane will be open outside of these hours. Trucks, buses and caravans must detour via Picton Road and Kangaroo Valley, as night works are also being conducted on Macquarie Pass from today until July 18. Residents cleaning up after flash flooding inundated their homes yet again say a once-yearly clean-out of their stormwater drains isn't good enough. The problem has been a thorn in the side of the community for decades, and they're demanding more from council. Some may argue a thick skin is needed in politics, but how far is too far? As the federal election campaign kicks along, a local MP is reminding voters there's someone on the receiving end of comments said in the heat of anger, and public discourse shouldn't be curbed by making threats against candidates online. And more than 90,000 voters in our region have fought the queues, already turning out to cast their ballot ahead of May the 3rd. As of yesterday, roughly 20,000 constituents per electorate have had their say in this year's federal election. The seat of Gilmore, the ALP's most marginal seat in Australia, leading the pack with 26,000. The electorate also has the second highest pre-polling percentage across the country. Early voting centres have been open for just 5 days so far, with the rest of the region's voters heading to the polls by Saturday. It's a flagship multi-million-dollar vision for Wollongong City. The demolition of a nostalgic block in the heart of town's underway, making way for a mixed-use precinct supporting $86 million in local wages. Coming up on Win News, plans underway to keep the Illawarra's proud mining history preserved, and bird fanciers on the lookout for a new feathered friend. Pedestrian safety is front of mind at this week's Shellharbour City Council meeting. Councillor Rob Petreski putting forward a notice of motion for Council to investigate safety issues around the use of bikes, scooters and other electric-powered devices, calling for a summary of incidents to be compiled, identifying high-risk locations including the Shell Cove Marina and Shellharbour Village, and recommending that further improvements to infrastructure and signage needs to be explored. Modern dating is impacting mental health as people face being ghosted or scammed online. Psychologists are warning of the mental dangers of dating, no matter your age. Sport is next with Tim Robinson, and Robbo, plenty of action around Belmore Basin yesterday.
Jared, there definitely was the Wollongong Triathlon, marking 6 months until the best in the world arrived down under. And our Illawarra Stingrays brought hurtling back to earth as the Wolves fight back. The Illawarra Stingrays' reign at the top of the NPL table has come to an abrupt end with a crushing loss to the Northern Tigers. Meanwhile, a couple of late goals saw the Wolves take the 3 points against the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. There's now less than 6 months until the Wollongong Triathlon Championship finals arrive in Wollongong. Triathlon fever was on full display yesterday, with the Wollongong Triathlon doubling as the final world qualifying event. Come October, elite under-23, junior and para triathletes alongside age group competitors will battle it out for the World Championship titles right here in the Illawarra.
We've seen how Wollongong can host global scale events before with the UCI, and we're going to see it again in October when the city comes alive with thousands, literally thousands of competitors coming to Wollongong to be part of the World Triathlon Final of 2025.
The World Triathlon Championship finals begin on October 15th. Jared, that's our night in sport.
Awesome, Robbo. Thank you. Weather's up next with Sarah Cawte. Hello, Sarah. What's in store for us this week?
Some more clouds are possible over the next few days, Jared, but they will likely be coupled with some more showers too. Stick around. Your local weather details are next. Welcome back. A couple of clouds and light showers lingered around the region today to start the week, and it looks like they could stick around for a few days this week too. Speaking of clouds, have a look at the beautiful colours these ones have produced with the sunset over Albion Park. A big thank you to Donna for sending that one in. If you braved the showers over the weekend and took some weather pics, we would love to see them, so make sure you send us an email to weather@wintv.com.au. To last night's rainfall, and it was heaviest in Ulladulla, 83 millimetres fell. Kiama picked up a 49, while 27 fell at Beaumont. Let's go to today's details now, and there has been a couple more millimetres of fall in Wollongong today. Nowra recorded some fresh winds, temperatures are feeling no warmer than the teens all day, despite warming up to 22. We could see a few more showers tonight in Ulladulla. Further south, Narooma was slightly cooler than we were expecting, managing 22. Very similar conditions as we move south as well. On the charts, a low-pressure system is weakening and moving east as we go to air, while a ridge extends across western areas of New South Wales. Looking ahead, a cold front is forecast to move along the southern half of the coast and then weaken to a trough before a ridge of high pressure strengthens over the Bass Strait in its wake. On the waters tomorrow, it's looking partly cloudy. A strong wind warning is in place for Eden with gusts to around 30 knots. Let's go to tomorrow's forecast now, and we could start the day with some fog, which will be quickly replaced by overcast and showery conditions. A thunderstorm is also possible in the afternoon and evening. 19 degrees, the max in Bowral and Goulburn. For the south coast, very similar clouds, showers and storms all on the cards. 21 the max in Bega. Wollongong's looking partly cloudy with a very high chance of showers. We could see another 15 mil into the gauge. Looking ahead, Wednesday will be showery again, 20 millimetres forecast with winds turning strong. Thursday looking at very similar, those showers will pick up. More of the same to finish the week on Friday. Jared.
Thank you, Sarah, and thanks for your company. Good night.